Here's how I woke up and learned that I was the toxic one in my office. I worked in an office setting in close proximity with a few other women for about 17 years. We worked long shifts, 12 hours, 16 hours, lots of overtime, overnights, weekends, holidays. We usually worked in partners, and a lot of times we saw our partners way more than we saw anybody else in our life, including our own families. So I was a trainer, and a lot of times I trained the people who ended up being my partner. So we'd pick shifts 3 months at a time. And I noticed that this one particular girl who I had trained never picked a shift with me. And I was okay with that because we didn't get along super well, and I think we annoyed each other. And one day, after shift pick, I heard through the grapevine that she didn't pick this shift with me and this other guy because she didn't like to work with us. And I'm pretty good at my job, so normally people did want to work with me, but this chick didn't want to work with me. Again, it was fine because I really didn't want to work with her either. So anyway, it really started bugging me. Blame the people pleaser in me. It started bugging me that she didn't want to work with me, and I started trying to figure out why. Now, around this time, I started getting back into church and following Jesus and getting involved with church life and serving and leading worship and praying and studying the Bible. Now, I've always been a jokester. Shout out to all the other pranksters and the class clowns. I've been outgoing, and generally people liked me. Even though I didn't really like this girl very well, it was really bugging me that she didn't like me. I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying that that's what was inside me at the time. So anyway, one day out of the blue, I was at work watching her interact with somebody else I had trained, and it hit me. I was a toxic one. I was one of the reasons that this girl was having so many issues getting along with people because I didn't value her, and in fact, I had been poisoning other people against her. I wasn't super proud of the fact that I was the problem. It took me a long time, and I don't even think to this day that she trusts me. But I stopped dead in my tracks that day. I was so careful about what I said about her. Even if we didn't naturally gel together, I still realized that I needed to honor her and her contribution. I had to change the way that I spoke about her to new people. I stuck up for her when people got catty. I'm not saying I was the most toxic person in the office, but I was definitely not helping the situation. I was contributing to the toxic environment, and I did what I needed to do to stop. So now I have learned a few things about my words. My words are powerful. Proverbs 18:21 says that death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. My words bring life to people, or they bring death and destruction to people. When I loved being funny, sarcastic, putting people down for the sake of a joke, I produced toxic fruit. It wasn't fun for anyone to be in that place. When I chose to love speaking life into people, the change wasn't immediate, but eventually the fruit of my words was healthy and life-giving again. I couldn't take back what I said, but I could stop planting toxic fruit for everyone in that office to have to deal with. Jesus changes hearts and minds and atmospheres. Follow Jesus, and he'll lead you on the right path.